So when the concentration increases, the rate of reaction increases. But this is not always true. Okay, I hope everybody is listening to this very carefully. That in SL we learned that when I increase the concentration of a reactant, I take a higher concentration, then the rate of reaction will increase. For example, in the reaction between magnesium plus hydrochloric acid, will give the products. So suppose instead of 0.1 molar, if I take 0.2 molar, so I expect the reaction to go faster because I'm taking a higher concentrated HCl. Yeah, in this case it will happen, but it will not always happen. This will not always happen. In many reactions, concentration of a reactant does not make any difference. Okay, concentration of a reactant does not make any difference. Also, understand another thing that in some reactions, a particular reactant has a greater effect of its concentration than another one. Okay, I'll repeat this. In some reactions, the concentration of one particular reactant may have greater effect on the rate of reaction than some other concentration of some other reactant, which means that every reactant will affect the rate of reaction differently by its concentration. So when there are several reactants, if I double the concentration of each one, each reactant will not have the exact same effect on the rate of reaction. Okay, this may be more clear when I go ahead and give examples.
So question.
Yeah.
So why do you take it as A? Why do you take B square and not A square?
That's another thing. That's the next thing I'm saying. That in the rate expression, as Abhinav noticed, that the coefficient of A is 2. Okay, the coefficient of A is 2. But here the power of A is not 2. Power of A is 1. Coefficient of B is 3. But power of B is not 3, it's 2. Which means one thing you should always understand, that the powers in the rate expression of that reactant has nothing to do with the coefficient of that reactant in the reaction equation. Okay, they have no relation. It's not that if the coefficient of A is 2, then this has to be 2. No. If the coefficient of B is 3, then this has to be 3. No. Okay, there is no relationship. The coefficient may be different in the equation, and power in the rate expression may be different for that particular reactant. Okay, then how do I decide this? That we will see later. But one thing you should know, that this coefficient does not come as a power here in the rate expression. Okay, any questions so far before I go ahead?
A kind of stupid question, but like, then what exactly are we talking about when talking about rate of reaction?
That will be clear. That I have not covered yet. Anything else? Whatever I've done so far, that.
So I have a question. How do you determine the power of B and power of A?
That I have not covered. That we will do that. Okay. No, what I have shown so far is that how do you read? Like, I have not even completed that part. Okay, let me complete that part, and then how do you read the rate expression? How do you read the rate expression? How do you derive the rate expression? That we'll see later. But suppose the rate expression is given to you, what information do you get from that? But if you have to decide, how do I find out what is the power in the rate expression for each particular reactant? That we will see later. Okay, but remember that not necessarily rate of reaction is directly proportional to the concentration. For some reactant it is, some reactant it is not. Some reactant will make greater difference, some reactant will make less difference, some reactant will make no difference. Okay, all that, I just said that some reactant will make no difference on their concentration. Some reactant will make lesser difference. Some reactants will make more difference. Now, how do I decide that it is no difference, less difference, or more difference? That depends on the power here. That depends on the power here. Okay, so tell me, according to that, doubling the concentration of B will increase the rate more, or doubling the concentration of A?
B.
Of course, B. It's a 2 here. It's raised to 2. It's a square. This is raised to 1. A raised to 1 hai. So इसमें I clearly understand that if I have to increase the rate of reaction, increasing the concentration of B will have a greater effect. Is everyone okay about this? Okay.
Yes.
So the power
Yes,
distance.
sir.
Sometimes the power is 0. Like here it's A is 1 and B is 2. Sometimes the power is 0 with respect to a particular reactant. So there I can say that it makes no difference. That reactant has no role. Uska concentration you increase, you decrease. If you increase, the reaction won't go faster. If you decrease, the reaction won't go slower. Okay. So technically, we call this as order of reaction. We call this as order of reaction. So when the power is 1, we say reaction is first order. Power is 2, we say reaction is second order. Power is 3, we say reaction third order. Power is 0, we say reaction is 0 order. Okay. So here I can say that the reaction is first order with respect to A and second order with respect to B. Okay, the reaction is first order with respect to A and second order with respect to B. There is something called overall order also. The question comes for 1 mark. What is the overall order of reaction? So overall order of the reaction, can you just add the orders of with respect to each reactant? So what should be the total order here?
3.
3. 1 plus 2. Overall order of the reaction is 1 for A and 2 for B. So total will be 3. 3 may say first order with respect to A and second order with respect to B. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So overall reaction is third order. Overall reaction is third order. Is this part clear? Yeah.
So do we need to know how you got the 1 and 2? No, right?
If the question is asking you to find out, then you need to know how to do that, and for that they will give you required information. That I have not taught you yet. That how do you derive? I said we're just learning how to read, but not how to write. How to write the expression, that we haven't learned yet. If this, I said this is one of the possible rate expression for this particular reaction. And how do I read this? This is what I am teaching you now. Okay, so has everybody understood zero order, first order, second order, third order, and the overall order? Okay, so you need to know how to decide the order with respect to a particular reactant and overall order. Anybody has any questions before I go ahead? Okay. Now, what exactly this first order, zero order, second order, third order, what does that mean? Okay. That we will see, that's completely your mathematics. That's completely mathematics. Okay. I will take an example. Please understand this. This is very important. Like, how do you decide, like, what is the effect of each? Like, or now we are learning what does it mean to be reaction to be of first order or reaction to be of second order or third order or zero order. Suppose that I'm randomly taking the concentration values as 0.1, 0.1. Okay, K is, let's say, 50. Randomly I'm saying. Okay, can you find out the rate of reaction here? What is the rate of reaction? Yeah, guys. 50
The case 50 is
0.1.
0.1.
into 0.1 raised to 2. Okay, 0.1 raised to 2. Okay, how much is it?
0.05.
0.0.
0.05. Okay, so when the concentration of A was 0.1, concentration of B was 0.1, rate of reaction is 0.05. Okay, now we'll take case B, second experiment, case 2. जिसमें I'm increasing the concentration of A but not B. Next time I'm increasing the concentration of A but not B. So I'm doubling the concentration of A. So this is 0.2. Now let's find out. Rate of reaction is 50 into, what will come here?
0.2 into 0.1.
0.2 into 0.1 into a raised to 2. How much is this coming to?
0.1.
0.1. So when I doubled the concentration of A, note what happened to the rate of reaction? Doubled. Right? Okay, fine. Now let's triple the concentration of A and don't change the concentration of B. I'm only operating on A. I'm only changing the concentration of A. Okay. Now, rate is equal to 50 into 0.3 into 0.01. How much is this coming to?
From 0.15.
0.15. Okay. When I tripled the concentration of A, what happened to the rate of reaction? Tripled. Okay. So this is what it means to be for of first order. So whenever any substance is any reactant, where the reaction is first order with respect to that reactant. So the effect of, like, you can figure out that if I double the concentration of that reactant, rate of reaction will be double. If I triple the concentration, reaction will be triple. If I half the concentration, then what should happen then?
The rate is also half.
Will be half. Okay, so it's directly proportional. It is directly proportional. So I can say that rate is directly proportional to the concentration of it. Okay. Now let's work on B. Let's keep A same. Let's keep A original value 0.1 and double B. Okay, so this is 50 into 0.1 into 0.2 the whole square. How much is this coming to? Original was 0.05 and this was the first wala rate of reaction. Yeah, how much is this coming to? Sorry?
0.2.
0.2. Okay. So 0.05 to 0.2. How many times is the increase?
4 times.
4 times. Okay. So when the concentration doubled, rate increased 4 times. In case of A, this did not happen. Huh? When the concentration was 2 times, rate was also 2 times. Concentration 3 times, rate was 3 times. Here, when concentration is 2 times, rate is 4 times. Let's triple now. Instead of 0.2, let's take 0.3. So rate is equal to 50 into 0.1 into 0.3 the whole square. Yep.
0.45.
0.45. So how many times is this? 0.05 to 0.45?
9.
9 times.
9 times.
So what do you think is the relationship? When concentration 2 times, rate 4 times. Concentration 3 times, rate 9 times.
So square
Square
relationship,
times.
right?
Square times, right? Square times. So, okay, so I can write that rate of reaction is square proportion to B. Okay, so if I double the concentration of B, that is going to have a square times effect on the rate. That is going to have a square times effect on the rate. Okay, so any substance which is of the higher order, it makes sense to work on the concentration of that reactant if you want a higher rate of faster reaction. Anybody is not clear about this mathematics here? Everyone okay? Okay. Now let's say that the reaction is zero order with respect to A. Okay, first of all, agar zero order hai with respect to A, so A raised to 0 is how much?
1.
1. So I did not need to write that A in the rate expression at all. A will not appear in the rate expression. Anything raised to 0 is 1. So that substance will not appear in the rate expression. Okay, the rate expression will directly become rate is equal to K into B square. If the reaction is zero order with respect to any reactant, that reactant does not appear in the rate expression. But still I will write A raised to 0. So this is 0.1 raised to 0. Okay, if I make it 0.2, it's still going to be 0 only. So iska net value will be 1, iska net value will be 1. Even if I increase this 10 times, will that be affecting the final answer? If suppose if some reactant is zero order, then does it matter?
No.
Because whatever concentration I take, even if I take the very, very high concentration, it's going to be raised to 0. So it's eventually its value is going to be 1. So there is no point in wasting your concentration, increase in the concentration on that reactant, because that reactant is not going to make any difference. Even if that reactant ka concentration is decreasing, it's not going to harm you also. It's not going to slow down the reaction. Everyone, please keep the videos on. And I will not tell you this thing again. Okay, so that is what it means to be of zero order. So is everyone clear about the order of reaction? Any questions so far before I go ahead?
No, sir.
How to derive the expression, that I will tell you. Okay, but we learned how to read the rate expression. Okay, now next is unit of K. Rate expression mein we do have the rate constant K. Remember that this is a small k, not capital K. Huh? Because capital K is also going to come in the next chapter. So that is equilibrium constant. This is rate constant. Rate constant is small k. Okay, for a zero order reaction, first order, second order reaction, third order reaction, the unit of K is different. You can see the unit of K is different. Okay, and how do you decide the unit of K depending on the first, second, third or zero? Simply remember this general formula. Simply remember this general formula. Okay, rate of reaction I know is mole per decimeter cube per second. This is the rate of reaction ka unit. For unit of K, simply the mole per concentration raised to 1 minus n. Just rewrite that. Rate of reaction ka unit is mole per decimeter cube per second. For unit of K, simply bracket this concentration unit raised to 1 minus n, where n is the order. For example, if it's a 0 order, then n is replaced by 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1 only. Okay. So it will be mole per decimeter cube per second. So that's 0 order ka, mole per decimeter cube per second. Now, suppose it's a first order. So first order matlab 1 minus n, n is 1. So 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So this entire term here becomes 1. So what remains is only per second. So that's the unit of K in the first order reaction. Second order, 1 minus 2. So 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Okay, so all the powers in the bracket will get inverted. So mole raised to minus 1 and decimeter cube raised to plus 3 here. Decimeter raised to plus 3. And per second remains as it is in everywhere. You can see per second doesn't change because the bracket is only around the concentration unit and so on. Okay, so this is how you can remember the unit of K. Okay, any questions about unit of K? Okay, here, everyone please quickly complete these 2 questions and send me on WhatsApp quickly, just to confirm if everybody has understood so far. Please don't take a lot of time, quickly finish and send it. We need to go ahead with the next, at least the initial rate method I want to finish today. Only 2 submissions so far. It's too slow.
One thing.
You also have to write the rate expression. In the first question, also write the rate expression. Hurry, guys. Many of you are sending half answers. Please read. In the first question, you need to write the rate expression and the unit of K. Either unit of K is missing or the rate expression is missing. What are you doing? Gedalia, you are not paying attention. Both the answers are incorrect. Saina, first answer is wrong.
The entire answer.
The unit is fine. The expression.
Okay.
Anusha, incorrect. Were you not paying attention? What? It's such an easy thing. Very few students have completely correct answers. All right, you guys are taking too long. When this was you should have finished in less than 1 minute. Please, everyone, just stop writing and pay attention on the screen. Everyone, I want everyone to look on the screen. Don't make me stress this and repeat this again and again. I don't like to repeat things because you were not attentive. Saina, you're still not looking on the screen.
So I'm looking at the screen.
No, you're not.
So I am.
Okay, so this is the reaction. And the reaction is first order with respect to the reactant. Now, what is the reactant here? Is the reactant A? Those who have written Ka, is the reactant A here? You know the reactant, it is N2O5, so write N2O5. Write N2O5. Okay, so iska simple answer is, what is the, write the rate expression. And rate expression has a format. Please understand that rate expression will have a format. You have to start with rate is equal to K. And then here write the reactant, one or more. And here write the power. This should be a format of any rate expression. This should be the format. Some people have written rate is equal to K something here. No, rate to the left hand side. Okay, so please follow the format. Now here there is only one reactant and it's a first order and the reactant is N2O5. So it is simple N2O5. That's it. This is the answer, part answer to the first question. Then said unit of K. Unit of K, it's a first order. Overall, it's a first order. So mole per decimeter cube per second. Mole per decimeter cube raised to 1 minus n. Now n here is 1. So 1 minus 1. Matlab 1 minus 1 is 0. So this entire thing will become 1. So only the unit of K is per second. So next time you don't need to calculate for first order. You'll remember that. Agar first order hai to per second. Agar zero order hai to it is whatever is the unit of concentration, same is the unit of K. Okay. So this is the unit of concentration. Same will be the unit of K for zero order. For first order, it will be just per second. Second and third, you can remember. That's it. How much time it took? I think around 1.5 minutes with explanation. Second question, rate expression for this particular reaction is rate is equal to K into B2. So this is the rate expression. We can see that there are two reactants, A2 and B2, but in the rate expression, A2 is missing. What does that tell you about A2?
Zero order.
Zero order with respect to A2. A2 will not, concentration of A2 will not make any difference to the rate of reaction. Okay, now B2 raised to 1 hai. Okay, so what is the order of the reaction with respect to each reactant? With respect to A2, it is 0. B2, it is 1. So overall order is 1. And unit of K is per second. How can you not get this so easy? Unless you were not attentive when I was explaining. Okay. Next now we have learned how to read the rate expression. Now we have to learn how to determine the rate of rate expression. Okay, now we are learning how to determine the rate expression. Okay. There are two methods to determine the rate expression. One is by initial rate method. Okay, by initial rate method. Second is by mechanism, that we'll see later. Now, how do you do the initial rate method? I will first tell you in general example and then we'll see the specific example. Okay, now determination of the order of reaction, basically order of reaction. Because in any rate expression, that is the only thing that you require to complete the rate expression. Order of reaction is something that you require. For example, if the reaction is between A and B, to give whatever, products are not important here. And whatever is the like 2A, 3B, that coefficient is also not important here. Coefficient is also not important here. Okay. Now, if I have to write a general rate expression here, I will write rate is equal to K A raised to something. This block may I can have the number 1, 2, 3, 4, anything, or even 0, and B raised to something. So if I have to complete the rate expression, the only value missing is this. This is the only value missing. So all I need to determine is the order of reaction with respect to A and order of reaction with respect to B, and my rate expression is complete. Okay, so only thing missing here is, let's say here this is X and this is Y. I just need to find the value of X and Y, and then my rate expression is complete. Now, how do I find out the value of X and Y? Experimentally. So what you do is, you carry out this experiment multiple times. Listen to this carefully, because these questions are really easy. And if you don't understand what I'm telling you now, it will become very complex and you will not be able to answer the question. But it's actually very easy. I just need to find out that the reaction is what order with respect to A and what order with respect to B. Matlab the value of X and Y. Whether X is 0, 1, 2, 3, Y is 0, 1, 2, 3. I just need to find out that. So what I will do is that I will carry out this reaction multiple times. Okay. So reaction number. I will take the specific concentration of A. I will take the specific concentration of B. Okay. And I will check the rate of reaction. Okay. So reaction number 1. I'm taking random values. And then you tell me, okay? But I want everyone to be involved. Concentration of A is 0.1. Concentration of B is 0.1. Okay, this is the reference reaction. The first reaction is a reference reaction. So I'm taking some specific concentration of A and B, and I'm finding the rate of reaction. Let's say the rate of reaction is 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. Whatever the unit. In reaction 2, I'm doubling the concentration of A, but not B. Understand? What I have to do in the next reaction is that change the concentration of any one, but not the other. Choose any one. So I'm choosing A. So I'm doubling the concentration of A, but I'm keeping the B concentration same. Now I check what is the rate of reaction. Now rate of reaction I get, this will decide the order of reaction with respect to A. Okay, this value will decide. The rate of reaction value will decide the order of reaction with respect to A. Now suppose that after doubling the concentration also, I am getting the rate of reaction 2 into 10 raised to minus 3. What is the rate of, what is the order of reaction of A with respect, order of reaction with respect to A?
It's 0.
0. Why? Because even though I doubled the concentration, the rate of reaction did not change. Matlab A has no role to decide the rate of reaction. On the other hand, if the rate of reaction here is 4 into 10 raised to minus 3, then what is the
First order.
order of A? First order, because When I doubled the concentration, the rate also got doubled. Okay, when I doubled the concentration, the rate also got doubled. Matlab it's a first order. And if it's 8 into 10 raised to minus 3, then
Second order.
second order.
Order.
Because I doubled the concentration, but the rate increased 4 times, which means it's a second order. Anybody not clear? Anyone not clear? Please tell me now. Please tell me now. I will hate it if you tell me later. If I find out later that you didn't understand it, you didn't open your mouth to tell me you didn't understand. I'm ready to repeat now. Next, what I will do is that I will now focus on B. This way I will find out the order of A. Now, what I do is that I keep the concentration of A same and I double the concentration of B. And I see what is the impact of that on the rate. So if the rate remains 2 into 10 raised to minus 3, then
0.
0. And if it's 4, then
Second.
first.
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 8, then
Second.
second. Okay. So you need to, this is much simpler version. I have very simple table that I have given you. In your exam, the table may not be very simple. But that's you need to apply logic. All right. So when you solve 2-3 sums, you get a hang of it. But you need to solve 2-3 sums. And if you don't get the answer right, you need to report it to me so that I will explain you. But you must go through this thought process. You must go through this thought process. Attempt on your own and see, rack your brain. You should know how to rack your brain and arrive at the answer. If you fail to do that, tell me. But make sure that everybody is able to do this. Because these are very straightforward marks. And I don't want anybody to lose marks here. Okay, so this is the initial rate method. Oh, we'll do one thing, we'll solve one question. This is the way you find out. Then you can decide what is the value of X and what is the value of Y, and your rate expression will be complete. So first, before you start attempting, you can write the rate expression with no powers allotted yet for the reactants. And then you change the concentration of one at a time and see what is the impact of that.
But so change as in how do you get the
That value will be given, na?
oh it's given, okay.
Yeah. Okay, solve question number 2 first. You can also just look at it and decide, you don't even need to do the working. At a glance, you can decide what is happening. You just need to observe that what is the change in the concentration of a specific pen and what is the impact of that on the rate. Is there any impact or not? If there is an impact, then how much it is? Double, directly proportional or square times.
So you want us to solve all A, B, C, D, E?
Yeah, yeah. Not E. Not E. You also need to calculate the value for K, huh? In part D. I haven't taught you that, but I guess I don't need to teach you that if you know the mathematics correctly. We want to check the K value. Hmm. Tara, part C, absolutely wrong. If part A is correct, how can the part C go wrong? Vedant, Riya, Dia, Alia, not submitted yet. Hmm. Saina, you haven't submitted yet. You don't know the answer.
No, so I don't know the answer.
Who else has not submitted? Vedant,
So yeah, one
Riya
second.
Janvarkar. But it's
I
really
kind
easy.
I kind of know the answer, but I'm not sure.
But I mean, there's nothing to not be sure. I mean, if you have understood whatever I explained so far, it's very logical. Anyways, I'll solve that. Everyone stop writing and pay attention here. Everyone stop writing and pay attention. Everyone stop writing and pay attention. Okay, deduce the order of reaction with respect to A. Compare reaction out of this 1, 2, and 3. Compare any two reactions in which concentration of A is changing but not of B. Saina, tell me, which two reactions? Concentration of A is changing but not of B. Loudly.
The first and the
Yeah,
second.
why I'm choosing? Because I want to first find out the order of reaction with respect to A. So I will take those two reactions in which the concentration of only A is changing but not of B. So, what is the change in the concentration of A from 1 to 2? From 1 to 2, what is the change in the concentration of A?
It's doubling.
It's double. What is the change in the rate of reaction?
Nothing.
So, what does it mean?
Rate is the rate order.
Rate order, nahi, order of reaction is 0
Yeah.
with respect to A. So, with respect to A, it's a 0 order. Okay, now exactly same thing you do with B. Which two reactions, which two experiments which will you select to compare?
The second and the third.
You can take second and the third, yeah, or first and the third is also fine. ठीक है, okay. नहीं, but second and the third में isn't A also changing?
But so that doesn't matter because the order of the reaction is
Okay.
zero.
Yeah, fine. That's smart. Yeah, okay. So now tell me what happens.
So the concentration is double.
Yes. And What are you looking at? Like, what are you observing right now? Concentration is double, that you noticed. What else should you notice? What did you do in the first case? When I checked that concentration of A is doubling, what is the second thing that I noticed?
What happens to the rate?
Yeah, what impact does it have on the rate of reaction? So what impact did it have here from first to second? Sana, please, can you please be quick?
So nothing happens on the first to second.
Exactly. So doubling the concentration from 1 to 2 had no impact here. Which means I decided that A doesn't matter. A ka concentration doesn't matter. So I decided that with respect to A, it is 0. Now I need to decide what happens. What is the impact of change in the concentration of B? So what should I do? You just said that you need to compare the reaction 2 and 3. Yeah, so what is happening to the concentration of B here?
It's doubling.
Yeah, so what else now? Now what will you notice?
What happens to the rate?
So what happens to the rate?
It's increasing by 4 times.
Prompt you questions. Directly say it's increasing 4 times. So what do you conclude now about B?
Second order reaction.
Second order. Okay. So what is that is done with respect to A, 0, with respect to B, second order. B, state the overall order of the reaction.
Second order reaction.
Write the rate expression.
Rate is equal to K brackets B raised to 2.
So what's your problem in life? This is the same thing that I taught you. Okay, calculate the value of rate constant K. Now how will you find the value of rate constant K? From this expression only, no? K is equal to
Substitute.
rate upon concentration of B square. But which rate will I take? This one, or this one? Any one. Randomly any one you can select. You'll get the same answer. Suppose I'm selecting experiment number 1. A ka concentration so doesn't matter. Okay. So I'll just replace the values here. Okay. So which is rate is equal to 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 upon B ka concentration is 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 raised to 2. So you'll get the answer for K. And unit of K, if it's second order, then you know how to do it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What is the formula? General formula I told you.
Mole per decimeter cube raised to n minus 1 s minus 1.
Yeah, raised to n minus 1 and per second. So I just replace this by 2. So this becomes minus 1. So mole inverse decimeter cube per second. This becomes the unit of K. All right.
Yes.
Now, I want everyone to solve the first question also for homework, but homework matlab you need to submit it today itself. Okay, I want the answers from everyone by today itself. Okay, the graphs and all we'll see later. Half-life is okay. Okay. Fine. Take a hope so far the chapter is clear, huh? Because next class I will start the next part. Okay, fine. Just submit the question number 1 by end of today. Right, you can leave.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye.